Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first time actually making this kind of video on my channel here. I don't think I've ever made like a vlog here on this channel. So today video, I'm trying to make my hair butter. I've sold out I made my first batch of hair products, and guys, everything is sold out. I made the second batch and I was surprised that a lot of my butters were sold out. I have 5 sets of products. We have shampoo, deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, hair butter and hair growth oil. Even though I have someone that helped me, like I have an assistant, I see myself going back to make more butter. The first batch that I've made, I realized that my butter is always sold out. Like today I'm about to make my third batch, but before then I still have a lot of deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, hair growth oil, but there is no butter to sell this when I'm selling them in sets. So let me just make about 20 or 30 butter so that I'll use it to sell out the remaining products. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I make my fast selling hair growth butter using Ayurvedic ingredients, butters, everything natural. And secondly is that, guys, if this video is not detailed the way you want, cope with me, because I have shared so many ways to make butter on this channel. This week is the third week, and the way the product is selling out, I am so shocked. Thank you guys so much. If you're watching and you patronize me, thank you. And if you've not gotten your product, all my products are available. So for those of you guys that still want to be doing hair products in your house, I'm still going to be here uploading my videos, doing my normal DIYs that I used to do here, you know, using all the DIY, using my home remedy and DIY ingredient that I used to share. I will still be sharing it here because I know that not everyone can get their hand on the product. I shipped to Canada and US last week, and the shipping price is crazy. I didn't even use DHL. I didn't even use DHL or FedEx because those ones, they're asking for 80,000 to ship 3 kg item. Like, it is crazy. So I'm using the normal they call it Ninja ship to Niger. I'm using them. Even at that, they are still expensive. You end up paying like 30,000-20,000. But I'm actually trying to see if I can put some of my products online so that you guys can just order directly and to be shipped in a very cheaper rate. But for those of you guys that are still watching here, me making my hair product is not the end of YouTube here. It's not the end of DIY here. Never. In fact, this is the beginning, because I'm going to be sharing more of how I make my hair products, my leave conditioner, my deep conditioner, and you know, I've gotten a lot of good reviews, and at this point I feel like I really want to share with you guys. And also, you're uploading more of DIY videos here. And yeah, so let's get straight into making the butter. Let's get started. This is my bowl. I actually use the bowl that came with my whipping machine. So butter, like I said, I'm not making a lot. I'm just making, like I said, I'm not making like a full batch. I'm just making the regular batch I used to. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some of my butter into here. So for my butters, I use shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter, and avocado butter. But for this video, I'm going to be using just 3 butters: shea butter, cocoa butter, and my mango butter. So I use a large amount of shea butter, then maybe like about, let me just say about 60% of shea butter, then the rest is going to cover the rest of the percent. So I'm going to go ahead and add in just my cocoa butter. I don't want to add all of this because cocoa butter is very solid, so you want to make sure you don't add so much so it doesn't kind of extremely solidify your end product. So before you do this, make sure you sterilize your hand. I love to work with my hands. Honestly. Try to wear glove. I realized that it's always slipping out of my hand, okay, because my hands were oily. So I decided to just use my hand, sterilize my hand, and use it. This is what I use to melt my butters. I use this melting machine. Slowly melt your butter without it being too hot. Sometimes even after my butter has melted, the butter is going to be warm. I got this on Instagram. I don't know if I'm going to remember the page, but if you're interested in getting this, please send me a DM on IG. I'm going to give you the handle where I got this. So if you're making candles, you're making butters, you need these. It's going to melt all your candles slowly. It doesn't rush it. So guys, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in my Ayurvedic ingredient straight into the butter. I know some people like to infuse their Ayurvedic ingredients into their oil and pour into the butter, but for me, I love to infuse my Ayurvedic ingredients straight into my butter. So I lost a very big clip of where I was adding these Ayurvedic ingredients. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to let it sit and infuse into the butter while I am trying to melt the butter. I'm going to be using my melting pot to melt the butter while all the ingredient is already inside. Also, By doing this, I allow the water to soak in into this ingredient. You guys already know a lot of, I use about 10 to 12 Ayurvedic ingredients. You can use as more as you can. Like I said, it's not everything I'm going to be sharing here in this video. There's some of these ingredients I have shared so much on my YouTube channel here. So I also went ahead and add in about half a liter of oil. That is very important so that it can also help make your end result very, very fluffy. So this is just a clip from my phone. I lost a very big clip of it. So guys, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to gradually let it melt while the Ayurvedic ingredient is already inside. It's okay if you want to infuse your Ayurvedic ingredient into your oil, then pour it into your butter. But for me, since I melt my butter, why not just infuse the ingredients straight into the butter itself so it gets out all the nutrients from the butter. That's exactly what I did. So guys, after infusing it and let it cool down, I'm going to use this cloth. This particular cloth is a big cheesecloth with very tiny holes. I'm going to go ahead and strain out my butter so that I can get the ingredients out of it. That is another clip I also lost. I don't even know what I was doing. I thought my camera was filming, but it wasn't. So after I strain out my Ayurvedic ingredients, this is how my butter look. It's going to look exactly this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my fridge and let it solidify before I start whipping it. But this is exactly what it look like, guys. Look at that. This is your butter infused with all your Ayurvedic ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my fridge and let it cool down a little bit so it can be solid enough for me to whip. So guys, this is what it looks like. I didn't let it sit for a long time. I just left it in my fridge for like 1 hour. I don't want it to be so solid. I transferred it into my mixing machine. Now go ahead and whip this butter. I am very, very big on hair butters because they do a lot for my hair. I have high porosity hair, and along my hair journey, I have learned that hair butter is very, very important for me because this is what I use to seal in my moisture, and this has also helped me retain length. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in about a half spoon of my Ayurvedic infused oil. Then I'll go ahead and continue whipping this butter. I want to make sure that this butter is very fluffy and soft, that anytime you open the butter, even if it's like 2 months later, you still get that fluffy effect. So that immediately you apply it to your hair, it just melts straight into your hair. So I'll go ahead and whip this butter and make sure it's fluffy enough. And one thing I love about the way I make my butter is that even after a long while, it doesn't melt. It still stays fluffy and solid. I have gotten so many reviews of how fluffy my butter is. I make sure it's not hard. I make sure it's easy to melt into your hair and into your palms when you're trying to apply it to your hair. One of the way I have tried to retain length is hair butter. When I apply my conditioner, my leave-in conditioner, my moisturizer, my hairspray, I go in with my hair butter. It's very important that you seal in your moisture, your hydration with hair butter. If not, you're going back to square one with dry hair. So guys, this is what our butter looks like. Funny how this butter, after it's finished whipping, it just look a lot. It's so fluffy, guys. This is what this butter looks like. I do not. The end result always give me joy. I do not add preservative to my butter. I do not add fragrance to my butter. I just leave them raw with Ayurvedic ingredient the way they are. So I went ahead and sterilized all my packaging jar. Then I'm going to go ahead and just transfer it into the jar because this is my packaging, and I really love my packaging. I wanted something very simple, not too much design, just something very, very simple. And again, is that I didn't show you guys where I was transferring it into the jar because I felt the video is going to be too long. I just use my Ziploc bag. You use your Ziploc bag, transfer some of the butter into it, then cut it at the bottom, then go ahead and just, so I end up making about 20. I used to make a larger batch, like 50 sometimes, but I needed to make this one quick so that I will use and sell out the remaining product so I can go ahead and make my third batch of this product. So this is how I make my fast selling hair butter. I don't know what is it about this butter, but people always come back to buy. After they buy it, they'll be like, oh, can I get extra hair butter? Of course you can. So guys, I'm going to be uploading more videos like this, how I make my products here and there, and also more other hair growth remedy kind of video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please do let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.